Remember live arts, theater, concerts, exhibitions, cinema? Walking into a venue, the outside world disappears, the liveness, being one with the audience. My talk today is about how we can bring some of these experiences to people's homes. Because of situations like the current pandemic, obviously, but not only. Many people don't get to experience live arts for various reasons like money, time, location, or living with a disability. My name is Levordashka. I am a psychologist and I work in a project called the Bristol and Bath Creative R&D Cluster in the UK, where academics and creative practitioners work together to understand how emerging technologies can be used in the arts. We plan to work with live audiences on location, but then the pandemic happened and we had to do all of our work remotely, which meant we had to solve some very practical challenges and learned important lessons, which I will share with you today. Our design recommendations are based on work we did around 3 separate projects. The first project was an audience survey we did for the Bristol Arts Channel, which was a unique and really fantastic initiative. It was Bristol's major cultural organizations getting together at the start of the first national lockdown, so really immediately, to think about how to bring live arts to people's homes, how to create that sense of liveness and togetherness when they were needed the most. The second project was research into audience behavior using advanced measurement, which was meant to be on location in theaters, but we had to look for ways to adapt it and run it online. The third project was a multisensory theatre play produced by one of our co-authors, Chadwick. The play was going to be staged in Bristol World Big Theatre, and Eddie was planning to gather audience data on location, but had to rethink the whole experience for digital. The recommendations I'm about to share are based on desk research as well as informal discussions. They are not something we have formally tested. With this disclaimer, here's what we found. A major question in streaming is how to get people to sense or even to feel that they're part of an audience. Synchronous viewing itself is nothing new. We can broadcast content so that people are watching at the same time even though they're apart. But does this automatically give us an audience? As psychologists, we're asking what's at the core of shared experiences and how to bring that across. In the paper, we give one example, capturing and visualizing reactions and synchrony in a way that doesn't break immersion. There would be other ways too. This is something to think about and to test. Another thing we felt was missing from existing streaming solutions are effective and engaging ways to gather data. A lot can be easily implemented by design, like integrating reactions from audiences into the performances and then recording them. Another effective way would be to embed follow-up questions into the performances. Like imagine participants receiving just a couple of meaningful questions while they're still in the same emotional cognitive space. Which leads me to our third recommendation, a sense of place. Existing streaming technologies don't create a sense of place the way physical venues naturally do. Even something as simple as a virtual lobby or a waiting room can help frame experiences. It can help make them more immersive and also ensure adequate ending. By which I mean that especially with immersive experiences, it is important to ensure that people land back into reality in a way that is comfortable and psychologically safe. And speaking of safety and comfort, our final recommendation is about ethics and inclusivity. I've talked about capturing and visualizing behavior, about gathering data. Well, doing so in an ethical, inclusive way is absolutely essential. Before closing, I will once again note that these recommendations are largely based on desk research and discussions. We do still need empirical evidence to test their effectiveness. We are conducting some of this research, so if you're interested, please do connect and stay in touch. Thank you very much for your attention, and I look forward to a discussion in a minute.